This is RTV6 News at 11, working for you.
Good evening. New at 11, a local business is turning down some of its customers. Working for you, RTV6 is learning how a self-imposed rule could keep young teens from developing bad habits. Our Stephanie Wade shows you how a local shop is hoping to fight back against underage vaping.
This sign might cause you to pause as you're walking into the Fog Foundry Vape Lounge. It reads, "Must be 19 to enter." Well, if you vape, you know the legal age to buy e-cigarettes is 18. But since the recent rise in underage teen vaping, one local shop owner is out to change that, at least at his shops.
We've been in this industry for some long time, and we know that there are 18-year-olds that do step into our shop that purchase product to make a profit.
Chad Myers is concerned about others in his industry making a profit off of kids who are still in high school, as Juuls, or e-cigarette devices that mimic the look of USB flash drives, have become extremely popular amongst young teens.
The 18-year-olds are definitely more of a connection, because if you look, how many 18-year-olds do you know that are seniors in high school? There's several. There's very few 19-year-olds that are in high school.
For that reason, Myers' 3 stores located in Lafayette, Kokomo, and Frankfort have stopped selling to 18-year-olds and instead have risen their age minimum to 19. He says it's to make sure adolescents don't kickstart a habit they never had. Vaping products serve as an alternative to cigarette smoking. They don't have tobacco, but they do contain nicotine.
Why start when they're in middle school, high school, and picking up this nicotine habit when they can live a healthier lifestyle and not have that habit at all?
Now, they don't even sell Juul products here because they know how popular they are with the younger high school students. A Juul spokesperson also tells me they don't want young teens using them either, and they strongly support raising the minimum age to purchase these products to 21.
One Juul pod contains as much nicotine as 1 pack of cigarettes, and that's a lot of nicotine, especially for an adolescent brain, and that's where our biggest concern is.
A tobacco specialist with IU Health says there was a 78% increase from 2017 to 2018 in high school students using e-cigarettes. While it's too early to say what long-term effects using nicotine may have, what she can say in the meantime:
it can cause things like learning difficulties, concentration problems, mood disorders, and things like that.
And that's why she recommends delaying the use of vape products as much as possible. Working for you in Lafayette, Stephanie Wade, RTV6.
An interesting story. Thank you, Steph. And last month, a bill that would raise the age to buy e-cigarettes to 21 nationwide passed out of committee. The bill is sponsored by Indiana Senator Todd Young. It would also raise the age for purchasing tobacco products to 21. Now to the forecast. It is hard to see through the raindrops on our downtown tower camera, but this is a live look at Monument Circle. Storm Team 6 Chief Meteorologist Kevin Gregory joins us now. A little bit of rain after all the sunshine we've been getting.
And we're not quite done yet. I can vaguely pick out the circle there. Let's talk about the circle of showers that we've been within today. Much needed rainfall. Many of us have waited over a week to see showers and thunderstorms. They'll be isolated tonight. The coverage not as good as what we had this evening. Not expecting any severe storms. A little bit of patchy fog will be there as well. Eastern half of the state dry for now. Let's zoom in to the north. You had a little lightning show to the northwest then of Peru and Logansport. That's starting to fade a little bit. Other downpours just north of I-74 near Crawfordsville. Other temperatures now in the low 70s. We'll fall off into the 60s. The showers will be hit and miss through the overnight hours. This is what we'll wake up to. Temperatures around 70 and partly to mostly cloudy skies.
Whipping winds caused a tree to fall on a house on the west side, according to firefighters. Crews were called to a home on Delray Drive, east of Girls School Road and Morris Street around 4 o'clock this afternoon. They say 3 people and several pets were inside the home at the time. No one was hurt. Firefighters say the home is badly damaged. And RTV6 is getting answers for people concerned about their neighborhood turning into a trash heap. Plans are underway to expand the Southside landfill. Some homeowners are worried about their property values and possible pollution. Others are confused about the process.
We have kids, so we like to be outside, and it's already bad enough during the summertime. I can only imagine if they bring it that much closer to me.
They tell you can appeal this, but you don't know what you're appealing. You know, you look at that paper, all it says is 42 acres. You know, it didn't say which way they're going, what they're doing.
A spokesperson for the Southside landfill says most of the expansion will not be close to any residents. The plan is not a done deal. Neighbors can appeal by starting a petition and suggesting an alternative plan. It is also recommended they hire a lawyer if they want to appeal. And if you have a problem and need help getting answers, contact us at workingforyou@rtv6.com.
Nothing brings a Pike High School graduate and a Ben Davis High School graduate together like hundreds of new jobs and a headquarters. Welcome home.
A company led by a West Side native will call Indianapolis home. Today, eHealth Incorporated announced plans to establish a new technology and operations headquarters near I-465 and Keystone Parkway. The plan also includes employing 500 people by the end of 2023. eHealth is a private online health insurance exchange. The company started in 1997, led by Scott Flanders.
I come from Indiana, as I said. I built a business here earlier in my career. And one thing I know about Hoosiers, if you treat them well, they'll be loyal. And we believe that we will have the strongest set of tenured sales agents in the eHealth system.
The Indiana Economic Development Corporation offered eHealth around $11 million in conditional tax credits and $200,000 in training grants based on the company's job creation plans. And with this latest round of tech jobs announced, hiring Hoosiers talked to students who are preparing to go into the field. At IUPUI, the Indianapolis STEM project is a gateway for high school students who want to explore a career in technology. The project gives high schoolers hands-on experience and builds relationships between students and potential future employers.
It's all about making connections, so the more you talk to people, the more likely you are to be able to find your niche, and there are plenty of options available.
We're very blessed. Indianapolis does a very nice job at preparing students. We recruit from the best and we take the best further. I have noticed a growth in support and a growth of qualified applicants. So our future is looking bright.
IUPUI leaders say they have noticed an increase in students interested in STEM jobs, as well as companies looking for qualified applicants. To learn more about eHealth, the Indianapolis STEM project, or any Hiring Hoosiers story you see on RTV6, go to hiringhoosiers.com. Strangers passing by may have helped save the lives of 3 children in Kokomo in 2 separate incidents. In both cases, kids were left locked inside hot cars. Officers were called to a shopping area on East Boulevard Street around 12:30 Saturday afternoon after people called police to report an infant left in a car. One of the officers broke a window and pulled out the 5-month-old child. Police arrested 1 person for child neglect. Then just after 10:30 the same day, Good Samaritans reported 2 kids left in a car in a shopping area on Markland Avenue. The kids in that case were 2 and 8 years old. Police arrested 2 people in that incident. And Indianapolis police say women between the ages of 18 and 25 is the city's latest homicide victim. Officers found her body around 7 o'clock this morning in the grass near a playground at an apartment complex near I-465 and I-65 interchange on the southeast side. They're asking witnesses to come forward with any information.
If you've seen something, if you hear something, you might hear something in a couple days from somebody else. It's important that you contact us and let us know.
If you have info about this case or any other case, you can always call Crime Stoppers anonymously at 317-262-TIPS. The Catholic Church in Indianapolis is facing another lawsuit. A former guidance counselor at Roncalli High School is suing the Archdiocese and the school. Lynn Starkey claims that she was discriminated against because of her sexual orientation and that she faced a hostile work environment. Starkey is married to a woman, which goes against the teachings of the Catholic Church. Her lawsuit also claims both the Archdiocese and Roncalli retaliated against her after she filed a complaint with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. The Archdiocese of Indianapolis released a response saying, in part, quote, Ms. Starkey signed a contract acknowledging her role as a leader and committing to promote Catholic teaching, including the traditional Catholic teaching on marriage. She knowingly violated that contract by entering a same-sex civil union. And earlier this month, a former Cathedral High School teacher who was fired because he is married to a man filed a lawsuit against the Archdiocese as well. Indianapolis Public Schools is encouraging students to attend its 3rd annual Back to School Festival. It goes from 10 to 3 this Saturday at the Indiana History Center on Ohio Street. Families can score free backpacks, free school supplies, and free food. And district workers will be there to help answer questions about enrollment, special needs services, transportation, and more. New and next, the grave of an infamous criminal buried in Indianapolis will be unearthed. And a little later, you could land a job with a Central Indiana casino if you play your cards right. And Friday is the first day of the Indiana State Fair. It is also RTV6 Day at the fair. Our team will be live at the fair throughout the day. Starting on Good Morning Indiana, we'll share with you the sights and sounds of the fair as well as fair-related stories. You're watching RTV6 News at 11. We'll be right back.
And more AvonNissan.com.
This is RTV6 News at 11, working for you.
11, the body of an infamous bank robber will be exhumed from his burial place in Central Indiana. John Dillinger's gravesite is at Crown Hill Cemetery in Indianapolis. The State Department of Health approved a request from Dillinger's nephew to disinter the body. We are working to learn the reason behind the request. Dillinger was born in Indianapolis in 1903. He and his gang allegedly robbed more than 20 banks and 4 police stations in the early 1930s. Police shot him to death in Chicago in 1934. Now to the deadly shooting spree in Northern California. The search for a possible accomplice continues at this hour. And new tonight, ABC's Romina Puga reports the names and pictures of the 3 victims have been released.
Last night, a family food festival suddenly turning deadly when a shooter opened fire.
Oh, they shoot it. Who shoot at a garlic festival?
Today, police identifying the gunman as 19-year-old Santino William Legan.
And I say that name with some hesitation because I don't believe that somebody like this deserves the notoriety, the recognition.
Authorities investigating the suspect's father's house and searching for a motive for the horrific act.
So we have located the suspect vehicle that was used to drive out near the festival. We have obtained a search warrant for that vehicle.
Police telling us this afternoon that the victims included Trevor Irby in his 20s, 13-year-old Kayla Salazar, and 6-year-old Stephen Romero. The shooting began Sunday night around 6 p.m. as the annual food festival was winding down its final night. Authorities say Legan, dressed in camo, evaded the tight security checkpoints and metal detectors by cutting through a fence, sneaking onto the festival grounds, then unloading on attendees with an assault-style rifle investigators believe he purchased legally just 3 weeks ago. He was confronted by Gilroy police officers running security at the festival and shot down in less than a minute.
Despite the fact that they were outgunned with their handguns against a rifle, those 3 officers were able to fatally wound that suspect.
Overnight, a manhunt combing the area for a possible accomplice.
We did have reports of a potential second suspect. We don't have any confirmation that any second suspect did any shooting, but we certainly are investigating all leads.
Authorities tell ABC News they're looking into white supremacist messaging the gunman posted on Instagram and a post criticizing the festival minutes before the attack. In Gilroy, California, Romina Puga, ABC News.
Dan Coates' final day as Director of National Intelligence will be August 15th. The former Indiana senator announced his resignation Sunday. He took the position in 2017 and was one of President Trump's least controversial cabinet choices, confirmed with bipartisan support by the Senate. Analysts say Coates' decision to step down is not unusual.
Dan Coates has been DNI for over 2 years. It's a normal tenure for Director of National Intelligence. But let's be very clear. Donald Trump is his own Director of Intelligence.
President Trump announced in a tweet he is nominating Congressman John Ratcliffe as a successor. The Republican from Texas raised his profile at last week's congressional hearings with former special counsel Robert Mueller. And the Red Cross is facing an emergency, and you can help ease the problem. The organization is facing a severe blood shortage. Right now, it has less than a 3-day supply of most blood types and less than a 2-day supply of type O. To help encourage people to donate, anyone who gives blood to the Red Cross through August 29th will get a $5 Amazon gift card via email. For more details or to make an appointment, go to theredcross.org. Central Indiana casinos are hiring Hoosiers thanks to a new state law. Sports wagering and live dealers at table games will soon be allowed at racetrack casino facilities. Here is Hoosier Park Racing and Casino in Anderson and Indiana Grand Casino in Shelbyville are preparing for the change. Caesars Entertainment, which oversees both locations, plans to hire hundreds of people in the coming months. And employees and managers say working at a casino can turn into a career and a fun one.
The benefits of working here is a family atmosphere. There's company incentives. There's benefits, and there's always a chance to move up with the company.
For dealers, that's exactly what we're looking for people to come out, have fun, entertain, and then we have customized training that can teach you the rest.
For more info about available positions, go to hiringhoosiers.com and click on this story. Some Powerball winners might run out of luck and time. 2 tickets sold in Indiana will expire soon. Both are worth $50,000. One was sold at Pike Food Center off of Pendleton Pike on the northeast side of Indianapolis. The ticket is for the February 9th drawing. It expires on August 8th at 5 p.m. That's next Thursday. The other winning ticket expires this Thursday at 5 p.m. It was purchased at Family Express on J Street in LaPorte for the February 2nd drawing. You can find the winning numbers by going to the RTV6 app and clicking on this story. I felt like we hit the lotto with the weather last week.
And then wait till the middle of this week.
Shake-up today.
Yes, so we had our showers and thunderstorms. This is a nice transition. Some people consider the rain beautiful, right? In the short term, and we'll hit the lottery as we go Wednesday through Friday, which happens to be our RTV6 day at the fair. Wasn't this beautiful? We had our afternoon round of showers and thunderstorms, and then the sun came out, and you get this, a beautiful, spectacular rainbow. Terry Cope Walton, my boss here at RTV6, pulled over to take this picture, and as always, our eyes are great. Cameras are good. It never does it justice. It was just beautiful this evening. All right, flowers are going to enjoy the water that we've had as well as we move forward. Most areas have seen half an inch of rain or less, and you can see how quiet it is on the radar in the eastern half of the state. All of these little specks of color, whether it's yellow or red, maybe a brief downpour, not getting any lightning with this. Don't expect to see a soaking rain overnight. These will just be a patchwork of hit and miss showers that move from northwest to southeast while you sleep. If you have some rain overnight, you're likely to have a little fog first thing in the morning. We start another dry stretch. Tuesday through Saturday, dry and gradually warmer, but certainly very comfortable here the next couple of days. 85 is our average high. During the day Wednesday, I think that's when we put all the pieces of the puzzle together for our best day of the week. Low humidity, lots of sunshine, high temperatures just nosing above 80 degrees. After that, we'll start to warm back up. Even Friday at the fair, temperatures still only about 85. Then we'll climb above that as we go into the weekend. Some specific high temperatures here the next 3 days, pretty consistent. We'll see more clouds in the morning tomorrow, more sunshine in the afternoon. I think it's pretty much sunshine start to finish on Wednesday in 81. Winds have changed. The wind out of the southwest will change. It will calm down a bit, come out of the northwest. That will set the stage then for more comfortable air to move in, push the humidity out of the picture. Temperatures tomorrow into the lower 80s. Some of the forecast models redevelop a couple of showers or thunderstorms in the southern portion of the state. That's reasonable considering the cold front will drop to the south and east. Most of us are going to stay dry tomorrow with that mixture of clouds and sunshine and the northwest wind around 10 miles per hour. There's Wednesday, blazing sunshine through the day, but it only warms temperatures into the lower 80s, progressively warmer from there. Temperatures by the time we get to the weekend, especially the second half of the weekend, in the middle to upper 80s, about 87 degrees. We've made it through that most recent dry stretch without any 90-degree days. 7-day planner. Comfortable mornings, mild afternoons, dry conditions until next Monday when we have a chance for showers and thunderstorms and about 87 degrees.
Enjoy the sun-filled stretch.
Perfect for Colts camp tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Yeah, rise and shine.
There you go.
Can't wait to be there. All right, also, Wheeler Fever. Fans here might know about Erica. Well, tonight, WNBA fans around the globe also do. In the spotlight when the news at 11 continues. Well, signs Signed, sealed, and delivered. The Pacers with the official announcement that T.J. McConnell inked his free agent deal, 6'2", 190 pounds, averaged 6 points, 2 boards, 3 assists last season in Philly, shot 53% from the field in doing so. Says he had a couple other opportunities, but was surprised and pleased with the Pacers came calling. Oh, good evening to you. The other tenant in Bankers Life Fieldhouse hosts Atlanta Wednesday, but it's what happened in another city over the weekend. Las Vegas, leading to Indy's MVP in tonight's Sports Extra Spotlight. It's practice as usual for the Fever. The second half of the season begins Wednesday, but the coaching staff will forgive anyone who isn't quite ready to look forward. In fact, everyone is still looking back.
It was a surreal moment. Like, I can't give you no emotion. I can't give you no words. It was unreal. I'm still kind of in shock. I'm still like trying to process it because I did it in front of an amazing crowd. So it's super unreal for me.
It is what Erica did at Saturday's WNBA All-Star Game. The undrafted guard from Rutgers put on a show. 7 assists, 7 threes, a game-high 25 points, culminating with the MVP award. And the emotions flew from there.
How have you persevered?
Just never give up, man. Just never give up. No matter what nobody tell you, just keep moving. And I use my mom as my motivation. I lost her when I was in college to cancer, so I just keep moving because I know she's watching me more than ever. So this one right here for you, Mom.
No shoe contracts, no endorsements, just a love of the game.
Yeah, I was crying my eyes out. I mean, it was just so real. Like, it's moments like that people don't really see in our game, and that's what it's all about.
It's a really cool moment for all of us players to share in it. We know how hard it is to get to moments like these, so to see her get emotional like that was really nice.
Today, Wheeler fever isn't about to cool off, as everyone with this franchise allows the rest of the league to play catch-up.
We know her story, and we get to experience Erica Wheeler every day, but for her to rise up in that moment and to have an entire league behind her, because she's one of the most popular players in the league amongst the players. Maybe Joe Public hadn't figured that out yet, but just her energy is infectious, and I was just happy for her. I actually got a little bit emotional.
The season isn't new, but the bounce in this team's step and maybe how teams will now defend them certainly is.
But I'm pretty sure teams are going to change their scouts on me. Probably going to get trapped a lot. Erica Wheeler's the real deal, and we get to experience her every day. So maybe some of that juice from Vegas can find its way to Indy, and we show that on the court against Atlanta.
Yeah, second half of the season begins Wednesday when they host Atlanta. They also host Minnesota on Saturday. Big week for the Fever. Hey, Friday tonight, first and foremost, from Mid-Ohio yesterday, Scott Dixon with the win in IndyCar. Hunter Ray, who got a much-needed podium finish, but the celebration on the podium was interrupted a bit when Roxon Hunter Ray ran onto the stage on his own, got to take a picture with his dad, interrupted the ceremony as mentioned, but no one complains. Very cute little Roxon, all in the family at Mid-Ohio. Bring your son to work day at IndyCar.
I think anytime the kids get involved, it's all good.
It's a picture-perfect moment, no question.
We'll be right back.
Financing for 60 months on select 2019 Atlas models.
A very select few of you will hear the pitter-patter of raindrops as you try to drift off to sleep. Perhaps you fell asleep during my weathercast and you're just waking up once again. Near Delphi, a few showers, north of Peru. And that Dave's booming voice woke you up during sports. A couple other showers there headed for Park County. No severe weather expected.
I'm sure people were watching the whole newscast, Kevin.
We always like to keep our audiences riveted.
You got it.
Thank you for joining us and for staying up with us. Good night.